our bill is small business jobs survival. Small business jobs survival. So what we want to do is, by giving rights to the small business owners, we are giving rights to all their workers. That's one part of it. They're also victims because this market, which is a commercial bubble, let's call it what it is. It is a commercial bubble. The largest commercial bubble in the entire world is in New York City. Now, what happens is that when these people go into, when the owners go in to negotiate, there is no negotiating. They're negotiating. What happens to them is going to happen to their employees. If the landlord raises the rent so much, they can't pay a decent wage. They can't pay an exorbitant rent. They can't pay the landlord's property taxes. They can't pay all these costs, and they can't make a profit and pay a good wage. And they're being extorted. That's another victim type of thing. But this is the crisis. Because if the small business owners are in a crisis, the workers are in a crisis. And all of this does one thing. The high rents and everything, it raises the cost of living. Now, why would a government want to have a high cost of living? Because they pay all of the thousands, hundreds of thousands of employees. What government would want a high cost of living? And, you know, this is where we have to go back to these people and say that this is a lose-lose situation for everybody in New York City, except for a handful. You could fit in this room the people that are making a huge amount of money by destroying the jobs, the businesses, and everything else. So this is a crisis. And the hallmark of an economy is when good long-term businesses are forced to close. It doesn't get any worse than that. And that's what's happening. And instead of the government saying, my God, this is terrible, if our small businesses are the backbone of our economy, then the foundation of that backbone are these long-established businesses. If something is causing them to go out of business, then you are in big trouble, and that is the ultimate crisis.